What's up, guys? I'm your host, Cody Brockway, with my lovely girlfriend, Mrs. Spinnin' Prog, Tara O'Reilly.
Hello.
How's it going, Tara?
Good.
Very good. Of course, yeah. We're having a great time, and we're bringing you a brand new episode of Brockway's Vinyl Bites right here on the interwebs of YouTube. Woohoo! So, we've been on a bit of an Opeth binge, isn't that right?
Mm-hmm.
We're actually going to see them together in October because, Tara is a resident of my house now. So we're going to see them October 14th at the Queen Elizabeth Theatre in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And it'll be your second concert here in Ontario, I guess, when that comes around.
Yeah.
But it's just going to be awesome. And so to celebrate, they have actually given all of us a brand new single from an upcoming album, The Last Will and Testament. The single is called Section 1, and the album is a concept album. It's a very dark concept. Tara, what is the concept of this album?
So it's set in World War I Victorian times. As you can probably tell if you saw any of the pictures released of the band, they're dressed in like those kind of outfits. And a family is brought into a room, their dad's last will and testament is read out loud, and there's a big horrible secret revealed. We don't know what it's going to be yet. And there's a kid with polio involved. It's going to be very dark, but it's a really intricate concept. So this is like a new era for the band. Like, I know they've brought back the growls and everything, but this is like meticulously thought about. And it's going to be pretty good.
Well, yeah, I mean, and it's been 5 years since In Cauda Venenum came out, and so they've had enough time to think about the concept and make it happen. Mm. Right? I reckon that the record is probably done because there's a single
definitely,
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that's going to be amazing. So the record comes out October 11th. And then we go to see them on the 14th. So we got some cram listening to do in there. And so we've been watching lots of Opeth concert footage, them in Red Rocks in 2016, and them live at Wacken Fest, Wacken Open Air Fest in Germany in 2019. And we've been just watching like all the professional pro shot stuff that's been up on YouTube, and it's like, oh. So we have questions about what they're going to play at the concert, sort of speculations about the whole thing. Do you think they're going to play the whole record?
Yeah.
The whole new one?
Yeah, I do. Now, I could be wrong, but as it stands now, they don't have anyone supporting them.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if...
Well, except for us.
if they've come up with some sort of theatric kind of show to go along with this record, because it's so... it's so intense. They have Ian Anderson involved doing narration. Like, it's going to be really, it's going to be really good. Like, but I feel like something like that needs a lot of time to perform, and I feel like they're going to have a little bit more involved than them just standing on the stage playing it, because obviously they've put so much thought into this. And I'd say they're going to want to execute it in like an incredible way.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like they're going to come out, do the album, and then there'll be like an intermission or something, and then they'll come back and do like some songs from the past.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong. Like, I don't know. That's just what I'm thinking right now.
I think you could be right. And it's crazy to think that it comes out on the 11th. So they're going to play like the single, like for all the people now, because they're on tour at the moment, I believe. But
yeah, they played it at a gig they did at the end of June for a crowd.
Yeah, the new single, right?
Yeah, to give them like the first sneak peek at it. So I'd say they're doing it for all their shows at the moment, which are wrapping up in September, I think. Or no, they're wrapping up at the end of August this month. And then they're taking September off, and then they're coming back in October. Yeah,
and so that's kind of like, we'll be one of the first shows. I don't know if we're going to be the first show, but we'll be one of the first shows.
The tour starts the day the album comes out.
Okay, so then like it starts like 3 days before we go see them. So they'll be bringing... So they might do 1 or 2 shows, because between the 11th and 14th, how many shows can you really do, right?
They're doing one every day.
They're doing one every day?
Yeah, up on, we see him anyway, yeah. I went on and looked because I was so curious.
Well, we'll be at the third show then, since the album releases.
Yeah.
Because 11, 12, 13, 14th, that'll be the third show. And so this will still be a new thing that they're still playing this new record. If they play the new record, they might only do... I mean, they're not like most bands now who will put out a 15-song album and play one song of it live. They don't do that. They're not that kind of... I mean, they do have the back catalog where they could do that, and they could just play a whole bunch of Blackwater Park and Still Life, and then play just one or two songs from the new album, but I just don't think that they would do that. I think that they'll put a lot of emphasis on the new record, like you said, and then they'll devote a whole bunch of time to the older stuff. Now, we've cleared up some speculations about the newer stuff. What do you think they're going to play for the old stuff? I'd like to see Ghost of Perdition and Blackwater Park.
I don't know, because he's brought back the growling now. And I'm like, okay, well, if there's loads of growling in the new album, is he going to come back and do even more growling, or is he going to want to kind of pull it back for the second half? For his own sake, like.
Yeah.
And play kind of like Damnation or Harvest or Heritage or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
I always mix it up, Harvest, Heritage, which one? Like, yeah, I don't know if he's going to want to pull it back in the second half or not. But then again, if he's bringing back the growls, maybe he wants to revisit the early stuff. Like, I don't know. I know, no
right?
idea, like.
And we best not look at the set lists.
No, I don't want to spoil it for myself.
So it'll just be like, here's the Demon of the Fall. And then it's like, or the Grand Conjuration or something like that. It would be kind of cool to see if they'd bring back the Deep Purple cover, Soldier of Fortune, that they did on the bonus version of Ghost Reveries. I severely doubt that.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
You don't think it's going to happen? No. Well, you heard it here, folks. Don't expect that song.
So. Yeah, I have no idea. Like, obviously there's songs I'd like to hear, but like I said, this is like a new era. So they could come out and do anything. And I doubt they're going to be predictable and do stuff that they've done already in the past. So, I don't know. But then again, Michael Akerfeld is very, like, whatever.
Yeah.
So he could do anything. Like, there's no point speculating or saying, oh, maybe they'll do this, that, the other. You don't know with that guy.
I know, and that's kind of what we're doing here today, is we're speculating, but we ultimately don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea. Like,
we're just fangirling because we've been listening to lots of Opeth, and we're both really excited to go. And we're bringing a couple of friends of ours, and one of them who's a newbie into Opeth and just heard Blackwater Park the other day, the song, and crapped her drawers with how much she liked it. So that's really cool. Actually, if you've been following this channel for any length of time, her name is Erica, and she has been on the channel a couple of times a long time ago. And so if you've been following Brockway's Vinyl Bites for the past year or so, you probably remember her. But yeah, so she'll be going with us. Ryan, my dad, we'll all be going together, and but we'll be down in the pit, and it'll be excellent. I'm gonna get Mrs. Irish here. Well, I'm gonna team up with Mrs. Irish here to work our way down to the front so we can be the people on the rail just headbanging. People don't mosh at Opeth concerts, right? I don't.
A little bit, yeah, they do.
Yeah. They do,
yeah,
but it's not.
It's not rough. There's no circle pits or like being an idiot. You know, they're a very sophisticated band, and their fans are very much respectful.
Yeah.
So nothing like that is going to happen there.
Yeah, and you find with a band that's been around for a long time, they've been around for like 30 years, Opeth. Yeah. And so, I mean, they have a lot of younger fans like us. They really do have a lot of younger fans, but there's just a better mentality, a more respectful mentality, and especially here in Canada. I mean, there's tons of rough shows that happen, but it's not with this. Yeah. Not with Opeth. Yeah, no. There's not going to be people doing the circle pit or something and people beating the shit out of each other. Like, it's just not.
Because you're there to enjoy the music, and it's something you have to actually focus on and listen to. It's not just about like head banging and screaming and baiting each other up, like, you know, like some other bands, like Cannibal Corpse or something. Like, it just makes you want to kill someone. Whereas Opeth is like completely different. So yeah.
Yeah,
that'd be
Opeth.
fine.
Yeah, Opeth, like you actively are paying super close attention to what everyone is doing on the stage, right? It's
Yeah.
like Haken's another one like that. You don't mosh or anything like a Haken concert, despite how heavy the music is. You just don't do that. The band wouldn't want you to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's so much fun, and we have so much speculation about what they're going to be doing on this tour. We have speculation about what the rest of the album will sound like. Who knows? Maybe the growls are only in this single. We have no idea.
I mean, like, you know, when I'm looking at the concept, I'm like, okay, it is a very dark concept. There is going to be a few more bits and pieces with growls in it. But yeah, I don't know. Every time I think about it, I'm going, oh, but maybe this or maybe that. Like, you know, I have no idea.
Not that I typically do things like that, but we should, when we get the record when it comes out, we should do a reaction video.
Oh my god, yeah.
Well, anyway, folks, there's lots of hype around the new Opeth material coming out, rightfully so, because the song is awesome. If you haven't checked it out, it is called Section 1. A lot of people don't know what that signal is or what that sign is at the beginning of the title of the song. Section. It is Section 1. The whole album is split into 7 sections, and I think the 8th or 9th track is actually one with a proper name. But that's how they're doing it. So I actually don't see them not playing this whole thing. Imagine them just playing like Section 1 and Section 5.
It wouldn't make sense to not play the whole thing, because it's a big intricate story. And it's the way it's even split into sections and everything, it's like an old style theatre show. So,
and you know, when they came out with Damnation back in 2003, I think the first show that they played was in Toronto, and I think that they played the entire record.
Yeah.
Boom.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be unreal.
Lauren Murphy, actually, who you've seen here on some Saturday live streams, was at that show. They were playing with Porcupine Tree.
Nice.
Super cool. So if you have any questions about what you think this Opeth record is going to sound like sonically, dynamically, whatever, or whatever you think the tour is going to be like, tell us in the comments, because we want to speculate with you. We want to connect. We love to connect with you. We love to hear the comments, and we love when you like the videos and you respond and co-respond with us. It's just a lot of fun. Isn't that right, Tara?
Absolutely.
Respectfully, of course. If you don't, she'll come down there and, you know, take the crap out of you. I don't know. But, okay, well, thanks so much for watching. Like and subscribe. And don't forget, the most important thing that you could learn from anything that I'm involved in is to rock on!